So once again, this is Ryunosuke Matsumi, our professional juggler, who will be presenting today on the last presentation on juggling. So with no further ado, I'll leave it up to Ryunosuke Yamatsumi.
Hello everybody. Since this is the last time, I'm going to be live streaming directly from my backyard. What we did last time was called pirouette. Pirouette is one of the way to finish the movement. You throw a ball and you get the ball. So now I'm outside, so I can go higher, up, and keep the pattern. This is the first thing. The next thing we did was half shower, like this. Okay. Today, what we are going to do is the variation with 2-in-1. Did you remember what was 2-in-1? I'm gonna show with big balls. So 2-in-1 is the movement that you manipulate 2 balls just with 1 hand. It looks like this. And if you know how you do this, you can do a lot of tricks even though it stays on the same movement, like this movement and this movement. You can do something like yo-yo. You can do whatever you want, but all the movement that I showed you is just 2-in-1. Let's begin with how you do 2-in-1 properly. What we did last time was this. To begin this trick, you have to start from your right hand. For me, left. If you're a left-hander, you start with left hand. You need 2 balls on the left hand. For me, I use my right hand. Start juggling 2 balls. Just be careful. What we did last time was called from inside to outside. That means you throw the ball from the inside, then catch it outside. When you throw the next ball, you have to throw it from inside. Looks like that. Today, what we're gonna do is called column. First of all, you need to only this pattern. Just for this time, you need to do parallel. How do you do it? You still remember the pyramid method? It is very simple. If you go too far, you cannot learn anything. If you have a difficulty, that means you have to go back to the step before. Just try this. Left, right, stop. Left, right, step. If it's okay, you slow 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Don't go further. If you're okay, but what was the definition of okay? You slow this 4 times. And if you succeed 4 times out of 5 times, now you can go. First exercise, try to keep the pattern with this column. Try to do something with your left hand, okay? First thing, raise your hand. While you're doing this, try to raise your hand down. I think everyone can do raise your hand back. If you cannot do it, maybe my juggling class will be a little bit difficult for you. Do this, it's easy, but at the same time with juggling, it won't be easy. Here you go. Hop, hop. Good. Again. Hop, hop. With big balls. Hop, hop. Now, let's double time. Instead of do this, you have to do this. You don't have to do this because it's too far away. Just this. This was what we did. This is what we have to do double time. Good? Now, let's slow it down. Instead of doing hop, hop, you have to do it very slowly, as slow as possible. It looks easy, but actually it is not easy because you have to control all the pattern at the same time without dropping them slowly, slowly. Now, let's start the trick called yo-yo. Don't worry, I'm not singing any hip hop. It's not yo-yo. It is yo-yo, like Chinese yo-yo or like children strike. Anywho, yo-yo looks like this. Wow, looks like there is like illusion up here happening. It looks like I have a string and I pull the ball using this ball while I'm juggling these balls. How does it happen? Because actual juggling pattern stays on 2-in-1. It's easy. But because I'm using my right hand at the same time, throwing orange ball, looks like I'm doing this. How do you start? So, still remember this exercise? This can be very useful because it can help you separate your brain from juggling to doing other things at the same time. First things, you throw 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right for me. Okay? Left, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then at the 3, you have to raise your hand as we did. Okay? 1, 2, 3, stop. Again, 1, 2, 3, stop. Then instead of doing this, teacher, I have a question. No, not like this. We have to show this ball because this ball can be a magic trick that pulls these balls. Okay, so try holding like this instead of just holding like this. Then we do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, stop. Make sure you have to put your hand right in the middle. That is the same pattern with here. So you have to follow this orange ball, this guy. Okay. So at the third throw, you follow it. Then at fourth throw, you're supposed to catch this ball. Then you're gonna finish like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. Then we continue to 5 throws. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. First, maybe you feel kind of awkward because your pattern is not easy as you can continue the juggling pattern. But once you stabilize this pattern, it is easy to do like anything, you know. I look like I'm doing anything like many things, but actually what I'm doing is just 2-in-1 in parallel. Good? So I'm gonna show it with the music. So I try to use always the same music. I like some small jazz. Okay, hop. Here we go. Oh, no. It doesn't work. Hop. Yes. Pattern of yo-yo. Hop. Good. I never try with the other hand. If I was a left-hander, looks like this. For me, it's not easy. I only practice this side. Let's do this side. Some variations. If you're okay to follow the middle balls, you can also follow the right one. Okay. So instead of doing this, you can follow this one too. Also, you can follow the first ball, the middle ball, from the left side. That means this. Now, you can follow the orange ball from underneath. It's like you're going to against the gravity. So if you combine the two patterns, it's like using a magic trick. Good. Also, if you're doing this pattern, instead of following the middle ball, you can also follow the ball of the outside. Here's the difference. What I did is here, easy. Now, switch. I'm now following the yellow ball. Switch. Now I follow the orange ball. You know, and all the things are possible. You know. And up. And other variation. If you're doing this, you can do all the things, all any kind of movement with your left hand because you're just juggling with one hand, right? So I also like do like this, do like this, so something like that. Up, 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 up. Anyways, it looks very complicated, but like I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing this. So this was the first pattern called yo-yo. Then next things, it's the same kind of variation with this. You remember like this pattern, but instead of just follow the ball with left hand, you're gonna actually flow it. But we're not crossing the pattern. We are just flowing from the left side and catching from the left side. So it means kind of fake, you know. I'm not doing anything, just instead of like doing like slow and catch and changing the hands, just doing this. But at the same time, doing this. So this is a very good pattern because the final result looks like this. So it looks like this, but instead of like flowing, like holding the ball, you just throw the ball at the same time. But it makes the pattern completely different. How do you do that? Always step by step. Let's make the four catches as we did. Okay, from left side, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, stop. Easy. Now, at the second throw, that's gonna be my orange one, you have to throw this ball vertical, right? Let's do 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. Now, if you're okay, you have to do 3 times. This time, you have to make 3 catches with this pattern. While doing throwing the yellow ball at the second throw. 1, 2, 3, stop. Actually, the pattern itself is 1, 2, 3, stop. You can just see the additional ball at the second throw. 1, 2, 3, stop. Again, 1, 2, 3, stop. With big balls, 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. Now, let's go further. Now you have to make 4 throws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 stops. You have to throw the left hand throw twice. That means on the second and fourth throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. If you're okay, you can go 6 throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it was too windy because I'm outside. It's not because of me, because of the wind. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you're okay, you can just continue. You don't have to stop it. Easy. Good. I'm gonna show this pattern in front of the camera with the nice music. Wow, that's beautiful. It's nice to juggle outside. You look at sideways, always like there's no distance. You know what I mean? Here, I keep the same distance between me and juggling ball. So, left. The other side. We can throw it higher a little bit. Or make it smaller. Now, we can do some variation. Instead of doing this. Now, you can throw the left side ball at the first and third throw. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. How does it make a difference? Looks like this. Wow. And you can switch one to another by just waiting. This one. So this one, wait a little bit, then switch. Wow. Also, if you're left-hander, you can do it the other way. Looks like this. You wait. Of course, if you're good at both hands, right hand and left hand, you can mix both. Now, I'm doing this pattern just with the right hand. Now I change. Now I'm doing the pattern with left hand. If you mix all the tricks that we learned, you can mix yo-yo and switch to this one. I didn't explain how it goes. Sometimes we call it column, or we call it 2 and 1 instead of 2 and 1, 2 in 1, 2 and 1, or just column. Whatever. You can just mix everything like this. You can just catch it with both hands. Goes. And from this side to the other side. Hey, how did it work? Actually, it became the pattern from half shower. Half shower was a pattern that you saw from the outside. So this throw was over the cascade pattern, was like this. I just tried to mix this one. So when it's ready, the purple one, you have to throw it the other way, right? Since it goes this way, I continue to throw 2 balls up in the air and catch the purple one with left hand. So this is kind of variation. Up, up. So if you mix all the patterns, you can just enjoy it, you know? Like this, like this. I like this one. Wow. Wow. How did I do that? Stop the video and watch it in slow motion. I won't explain everything. This time, so that's all for my juggling lesson. Of course, I only explain some beginner tricks. There are some cool tricks, but like, no, you should continue. This stuff you need to continue because you cannot make it one day. Sometimes like you can make it 1 or 2 days, but like actually each trick, but it took me one week. So I still have like 10 more minutes. What should we do? I'm gonna try to explain how you make a show. So because this is the last video, I'm gonna explain to you all the tricks that we learned. Okay, we started from the basic pattern called cascade to do this. Did you still remember the day that you couldn't make it? Oh, you cannot make it. Oh, you should practice. If you cannot make it, we started from 2 balls, but now I can juggle. The next pattern I learned is 2 in 1, the other side. Also, what we learned is half shower, hop, half shower. If you continue this, there are some like variation stuff, reverse cascade. Good. And today we did this yo-yo things, 3 directions, and columns this way or something like this, as you wish. If you want to make a route, no, it's not yet. Then 3 ways to finish the movement. The first one was fork catch. Catch it like this. Up, easy. Not easy for me, not easy for you, of course. Then the next one was neck catch. Up, 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 up. Ah. Although I call it neck catch, actually we catch behind the shoulder muscle here. So here, up, good. The last thing that we learned last time, many people, I think we did. Don't worry, it takes time, you know. Especially, it's a very important technique that you have to spot the head and try to keep the neck while you rotate it. Okay, so I can do like really fast, but if you're outside, try to throw a little bit higher, but don't forget to separate the slowing and rotating, not at the same time. So like this, you have to combine 4 tricks: cascade, 2 in 1, any variation that we learned. Then you have to catch in 2 ways. So this is the example. I'm gonna start with cascade, then move to 2 in 1. Then I use the first catch, that is fork. Then I continue. I continue with yo-yo, and then I go to columns, then I catch. This time I used I used 4 tricks, that is cascade, 2 in 1, yo-yo, and columns. Then I chose fork catch and neck catch to catch. My juggling teacher, he was a Russian. He always told me many jugglers, like when they finish, like you just finish like this, okay? And every time you do any trick, you finish like this. But he told me that like the way of finishing the trick is a trick. So don't do the same trick again. That means every time you finish, you catch the ball, you have to catch in a different manner. So that's why for me, it was very important to learn a lot of ways to catch and finish the patterns. I'm gonna put the music. So I'm gonna show any variation of tricks that we learned. We only learned juggling for 5 weeks, but you can still do a show. I'm gonna start with 2 in 1 this time. And just do yo-yo and catch directly to the neck. Then I continue. I do column. I do cascade. Feel right? And catch it. Good. Again. I'm gonna start with this yo-yo. I can do like 3 different directions. That's still cool. And this time, I catch with fork. Then colors. Juggling, cascade, quite well, and catch. Easy. I can still just do cascade and catch it, but with a style. Then go directly to yo-yo. This one, maybe I can play with this. And half shower. And then catch. With big balls. I'm gonna start to use direct tricks and cascade. Direct. Then I'm gonna just do this one and half shower. You can still dance or like move at the same time, you know? That's more interesting. Then whoa, out of camera. Next, and catch it on the neck. The other example, you can start with something like, don't worry, it's just me. It looks like I'm doing something complicated, but actually not. I'm doing this. You can just like dance. Okay, and the catch, and pirouette, and full catch. Whew. Okay, that's all for my juggling lesson. It was a series of a juggling lesson. It was only 5 weeks, but we learned a lot of things. What is very important is juggling, I think, is a sport that is meant for everybody. Maybe I already saw kids of like 4 years old who juggle with small balls. I can see like old people of 90 years old, they started juggling as an exercise because it is good for the mental, for the brain, and also it's not like super physical exercise. You know, you can juggle the ball and you don't go far. Actually, you can still stay home and you can juggle. I think juggling is sort of a nice sport and also an artistic way to develop your creativity. So why not continue? That's it for all my lesson. Sorry, I'm a Japanese and I speak French, so sometimes my English was not clear. But anyway, that was not the most important thing is that you can see me juggling. So please continue, and next time maybe I can see you on the stage. See ya.